Hello, hello. This is a loan officer spreadsheet template bundle. So if you're a loan officer or a mortgage broker or someone who deals with processing loans, then this is a great spreadsheet for you to use. So I've got multiple tabs here on the bottom, and I'm going to show you how it works. I'm showing you this in Google Sheets. I do have an Excel version. It's very similar. There's just a few differences that I'll explain along the way. Okay, so the very first thing is when you get this, click on your instructions tab. It's going to have the link to the YouTube video. Make sure you make a copy before you use the sheet. That's really important. So this is the dashboard. This is going to track everything that is coming in from the loan tracker. This is just all formulas. There's nothing you can do to change any of this. And so if you do any tweaks or adding anything, it could potentially affect this sheet. So just be careful. This is going to show you how much commission you're making by the month. And then this is going to show you the commission you're making by the quarter if you are commission based. Now, I don't know a whole lot about being a loan officer. This was just a special request from someone. So I've done my best to figure out what loan officers do. I do know a little bit about real estate. So if I make any mistakes in this, feel free to, send me a message or, you can change it on your own if needed. So, okay, moving on. This is showing the total number of customers you had, the total number of loans that have closed, the total loans that you have, and then this is your total commission. This is the loan tracker. So this is calculating how many loans that you have. This is showing everything from the client name. So not necessarily if, stuff that's actually pending, but this is like just the clients that you've got going on. This is the total loan amounts, and then this is based on the loan amount requested. Okay, so this is showing the client name. So we're just, and then file number. If you have a file number, you can put that in there. I'm going to hit tab just to go through this. And let me start actually on here. One tricky thing that you might want to be aware of is make sure that your dates are kind of in numerical order because this part is a little tricky. And it really likes it to only work when it's in numerical order. So if you do something that's after this date, then it's a little tricky. So, okay, let's start here. So I'm going to highlight all of this. And then I'm going to hit the delete. Okay. So we're going to just put in the file number. Putting in the client name, address. They found me, referral flyer, let's say website, the status. So say we are in progress. And then we are to do, so say I need to get paperwork from them. Loan type, and then so say that they're looking for a conventional loan, and then they're asking for about $400,000. If I did that right, yep. And then the interest rate say is 6.25 if they're lucky, and they're wanting a 30-year loan. Down payment, say they have 20,000 down, and the date they submitted the application. So say they submitted it on the 15th of January. They were approved on, let's say, October 2nd, 25. That's pre-approval date, and then approval date is 3/25, and then this quarterly thing will come through. And then we've got all sorts of other things. So this is, and mind you, I'm doing the best with what I know and things that I found. So if any of this is wrong, please forgive me. So we've got a mortgage contingency date here. Final loan approval date. Loan document sent date. Oops. Closing date. And then this is the day that the loan is funded. And this is the closing cost, if that's applicable, if they paid any fees, if there's money in escrow, And then the commission earned, that is going to be based on the loan amount requested. And then bonus earned, so say it's $500. Any referral fees you have to pay back to anybody. Checking off on closing is complete if you've been paid commission, if you've sent them a thank you, and if you do some sort of a social media post, you can do that too. I know realtors a lot do that, but I'm not really sure about loan officers. And then any notes, notes go here. Some people I know with real estate agents, they like to put in like birthdays to remember the client so they can come back and go, hey, do you want to do this again? Okay. Monthly calendar. So this is just a calendar that you can use if you wanted to change. So let's delete this off. If there's, a different month, you would just click on this, go to a different month, and it is going to change the month for you. On the second row, you can put in different items, just not this first one because there's a formula. If you have items that you have here, that's going to go in every week. So you've got meetings on Tuesdays or meetings at 10 on Mondays. It's going to come in and put that on your first row here. You can put a to-do list. You can put goals. You can put notes. So that's fun too. This is automatically going to be today's date, so don't mess with that. If you come in and it's not 2025, it's 2026, just put it in a different year and it'll change it for you. This is the CRM dashboard. So if you happen to be going out and looking for clients and trying to bring in business to your own business, this CRM can help you track your leads. And if you work for a company, that doesn't apply to you, but some people might own their own company. So this tracks the total number of customers, how many clients you've won, how many total loans you've got, the total commission. This shows you what kind of leads, if you haven't contacted them, if you've contacted them, if you're waiting, if you've won them. And then the leads per source, like where did you find them? Website, phone, flyer. And then if there's priority statuses inside the CRM, which is here, if it's low, medium, or high. And then you can put to-dos here. You can put like, contact, client, whatever you need to do. All right, so this is the CRM that feeds into the dashboard. This isn't so big, but this is just a place for you to contact your clients, put their phone numbers, their emails, their address, what kind of loan they're looking for, where they found you, how much they want for the loan, and when they contacted you, what date they started contacting you, the last date you contacted them, and then how many times you followed up with them. This is a great place to go, okay, I followed up with them first. This is the first follow-up, or this is the second or the fourth follow-up, just so you know where you're at, how important it is for you to contact them back, and then where, I have this source on there twice. I need to fix that. Status, and then to do if there's a, call client. And then that's the loan amount requested. This is a little different. I've got the closing date and then the actual loan amount that they received. The commission rate, so say you get 3% and then that's your total commission. This totals it up for you. This is the total amount of loans from here, and then this is whether or not you've been paid. This checklist is going to help you with the whole process. Again, if there's anything you don't like or anything you do differently or anything I did wrong, change it by all means. So let's start with the sample here. I'm just going to highlight this and hit delete. I can get an unchecked box and then drag that to the right and have a blank space. So say this is file number 22456 with Jane Doe. And this is, have I met with them? What kind of loan do they want? What's the term? What's the status of the process? How much do they want? How much did they actually receive? And then this is the checklist. So this is complex. And I wanted to do one simple thing here. Hold on, and let's do this while we're here. Okay. I'm going to freeze this so that way we can keep track of, we're working with Jane Doe. So as we scooch along to this checklist, we'll be able to see her progress. So did we get her employment information, her income, her financial info? Did we send out the application? Did we receive a credit report authorization? Did we do a credit score? Did we review the credit report? Verify employment, income, insurance? Did we look at the property if that's needed? Did we send it to underwriting? Did we look for the findings? Sent the disclosure? Review the loan? Prepare docs? A loan review with a client? Did we sign docs? Did we fund the loan? If there's a mortgage contingency date, not sure if this applies. Did we schedule closing? What's the date of closing? The closing location, address, is it complete? Did it get a thank you? What's the commission rate? And did you receive commission? This is going to be based on the final loan amount. I know that's a little different than the one I had at the beginning. And then did you receive commission and any notes? Okay. Just in case you wanted to contact them again. That was a long one. I tried to fly through that because I knew that was going to be a lot, because I think there's a lot that loan officers have to do. So yes. So here is a quick checklist. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the whole thing. And then this is based on, again, what I knew. And what I was able to figure out. I'm adding an extra line just in case you guys needed to add something to here. This is a printable checklist. Everything else really isn't printable, but this really is printable. So this kind of helps you to go, just a quick little handy. Did I meet with them? Did I do all the basics? Did I get all of their basic info? Did I receive all their financial information, bank statements, account information? Did we go over their credit score and verify all the things? Did we send it to underwriting? Did we preparing closing docs, and on and on. So this can just kind of help you along the way. If I'm wrong, holler at me. I'd love to change this if I screwed it up, because I'd like to do things right. But this is just what I could gather. If there's anything else you wanted to add, by all means, you can print this one, current sheet, portrait, and then you have yourself a nice little handy checklist. Oh, it's messed up. Hold on. Pause. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. No. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So letter, size, portrait, scale, normal, and then you can hit next and print that out. Sorry. The next thing is and we can zoom back in a little bit. This is your bookkeeping template. If you own your own business, this could be handy for you if you own your own business. And so this will show you your total income, your total expenses, your income by month, the income, and it'll show you, how much you made per month, per year. And then this is kind of just a little line showing you like how much you made, income versus expenses. And then this shows you, like, I made $50,000 of income in January and my expenses were $11.93 and my net profit is $48,807. So that's kind of handy too. And then everything on this bookkeeping log feeds into the overview. And so basically what you'll do is I'm going to highlight all of this and hit the delete key. This month thing is a formula, so don't mess with that. So let's say we can put something in for April 1st of 25 and say this was supplies, and this was an expense, and then this was, office supplies, and then I needed to get computer paper, and then this I spent $25, and then you can see how my total expenses went up. All of this adds up for here. All of the income adds up here, and then your net profit is here. So that's how that works, and then everything is going to feed over. So if we go to the overview for April, we should see an expense of $25 and a net of negative 25 because we didn't make any income in April. So this is a very, very big sheet, and there's lots of things to look at. Now, one note that I want to point out that everyone asks me all the time about Excel. Now, when you get this in Excel, there's going to be a few differences. Okay, when you get it in Excel, the one thing is all of these really pretty. It's just not as pretty. Okay, and I'm sorry, but I don't make Excel. I just make this templates. But so when you get everything, your cell is kind of look blank. And then you'll have to click in the cell and there'll be a little flag to the right. And then that's where you'll find the little arrow to do the drop down box. So you won't see the color. Another thing is I'm not going to have checkboxes on Excel because my Excel version does not have checkboxes. So what you'll do is you'll put an X, and that works just as good. If you want to, you can put a date if that works for you. Whatever makes you happy. X's work just great. So that's the two main differences. Also, there might be an instance where we see a date and we can double click, but when we're in Google Sheets, that's really fun because it shows a calendar and then you can click a date. In Excel, that does not work. You can't double click to have the calendar open up. So I'm sorry, but so if you're not happy, send me a message or use Google Sheets because it's prettier. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out. I'm at savvyandthriving.com, and I hope this sheet helps you. And if you have any other needs, I've got lots of other things that might help you with like your taxes or your budget, or like I've got tax deduction trackers and mileage trackers and all sorts of things that might help you with your business. Also personal things like if you need, like grocery budget lists or all sorts of checklists and things that might help. So feel free to reach out. Again, I'm at savvyandthriving.com, and good luck to you.